Mama, good morning to you.
Good morning. That's a very detailed news that we brought to you.
Detail, everything was solid. Matinamido, then we went to Operation Calm Life. Charlie, the nurses too have been picketing for 3 days now. We've been on their case.
You see, this is becoming a trend. We've talked about this, and it's becoming a tradition. If you want your problems resolved,
no, but they should demonstrate because that's what government wants.
So far, it's the health ministry that's taking the lead in this.
But you see,
so just
sometimes the politicians
go and live there.
But you see, sometimes the politicians don't help themselves. When you're in opposition and then there's a certain trend continuing, you have to condemn it so that when you come into office, it doesn't happen to you.
If it's your benefits.
They encouraged it. They said, "Oh, we'll give you jobs," but we know that there's so much. There's only so much that the government can do based on what we earn by way of revenue and the allocations, etc. Can you have enough to pay how many thousands of 32,000? You don't have, so you have to itemize it. Do those allocations in such a way.
When you're in opposition, anything that works against the government in power is to your benefit, so you play along. Good morning. If you just joined us, well, you missed our news, but you've made it good time for the review. We'll do the newspapers, we'll do the online review as well. Let's straight away start with the Daily Graphic newspaper. And on the front page of the Graphic this day, government will diversify agric according to President Akufo-Addo as he launches cashew development plan. That was one of the main events happening yesterday, and I think it's the debates of, the reports of the Appointments Committee, Martin Namiru's vetting, that kind of captured a lot of the attention, but this was also ongoing yesterday. Really, really important assignment. Major traffic lights down, and yesterday there was massive blackouts in a lot of the places in Accra, Kumasi, Takoradi, Tema in some places, but we'll get to a bit of the details on this traffic lights down. But government earmarks 10 million Ghana cedis for women entrepreneurs, and I'm sure you're wondering who is that in that conversation with Samira Baumia. Well, that's Ibrahim Awao, and he's a business development minister. That story, you can find details 24, 25 pages in the Daily Graphic newspaper. And then 500 Ghanaians stranded in Dubai. We'll tell you how and why, but first let's go to page 16 in the Daily Graphic newspaper on this story about our traffic lights. Not too far from here, the traffic lights, this main in Sawam circle in Sawam Road, you'd find that some of the traffic lights don't work. It's become almost like normal.
The circle in Sawam Road?
Yeah, as in
just Sawam, that's in the eastern region. I
said the stretch, the circle in Sawam stretch.
How do you get to know that the circle in Sawam Road, the traffic
No, I mean, what I mean is between Circle and Achimota, if you like, the traffic lights on the stretch. It's just the name of that whole
You
road.
Want to, you want us to better identify.
So this is a story by
you said in Sawam
J. Botpe in Accra. Traffic lights on some major roads in Accra, Sekondi Takoradi. So it's not just limited to Accra, the story. So Sekondi Takoradi, Kumasi, and Tamale are either malfunctioning or not totally working, leaving motorists and pedestrians vulnerable to road accidents and knockdowns. The thing about us, when traffic lights, when the traffic light is not working, it shouldn't be such a big deal. But the point is that we haven't gotten to that point where we're decent at the traffic lights, so that if one person goes and another person, the point is that we all want to go at the same time when the traffic lights suddenly is not working. You get what I mean? All the vehicles want to go from the very exactly. That's the point. Otherwise, a breakdown of any traffic light should happen once in a while, because machines can break down and things can happen. But when the traffic lights are working, all of us want to go.
I watch on YouTube, and the world is closer with YouTube. They have a controlling system. You have TV cameras and things. Do we have some in Ghana? TV cameras? No, that's it.
I don't know.
Chimota in Sawam Road.
I told you they installed some cameras.
No, those are national security cameras.
Okay.
But
we also saw them installing some cameras some time back on some of the major. You still see those cameras. I'm not sure if it works though. On some of the major
streets.
All
those whites, national security.
Also, that's for national security. All right. So you can read this lengthy piece. I think it's good. It's good that we put a spotlight on this. So you can read the details of that. Parliament approves Amidu as special prosecutor. And then we're told from yesterday that 24 hours after that, we would see him, duly taken charge. We'll see. But there's also a pending court issue. And we will see how that goes. On page 26 in the Daily Graphic newspaper, on the Ghanaians stranded in Dubai, says 500 Ghanaians are stranded in Dubai after they had been charged various sums of money by some recruitment agencies in Ghana on the pretext of engaging them in secure jobs in the Gulf region. The stranded Ghanaians youth are said to have been charged between 8,000 Ghana cedis and 15,000 Ghana cedis each to obtain travel documents and visas for their trips. Okay, I think that we're almost tired of this. People simply don't want to, they hear or they don't want to listen. So good luck. We'll see how they get back home.
Yeah, definitely.
Back page of the Daily Graphic newspaper, refurbished female orthopedic ward at the Komfo Teaching Hospital inaugurated. So the orthopedic ward at the, no, this is not Komfo, this is Kolebu Teaching Hospital, I beg your pardon. The 450,000 Ghana cedis project was jointly funded by the Accident and Orthopedic Center of the hospital and the GCB Bank Limited. It was a result of the initiative of two former medical students, Dr. Ni Odote Ashon Lamte and Dr. Antoinette Amadela Wadi, who appealed to the bank for support. That's a really, really good initiative right there. And the results is what you see on the back page of the Daily Graphic newspaper. We need more of these. Roland, I'm through with the graphic.
Oh, you are through. So let me look at the Ghanaian Times. It has on the front page, Cashew gets big boost as government launches a 10-year development plan. Yesterday, who wrote that phrase in one of the news stories saying that it could, or it is started to become a cash crop that could overtake cocoa. You know, in cocoa you have a lot of derivatives. You can get a lot of.
So yesterday the conversation was
cashew.
And
maybe you make your oil milk.
Yeah. So it was one of the things that we didn't quite know. So what can you get out of cashew apart from the roasted ones that
you can get
bad?
oil milk.
Exactly.
And that kind of, but in cocoa you can get the oil. You can get the paste. You can have a lot. Yeah. You can even have for cocoa. You can even have some for manure and all that after it's been processed.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Multiple use.
Multiple. You can even ferment some for alcohol. Alcoholic stuff. Yeah.
But do we take advantage of all the
evidence? Ours is just
the raw materials. Carry go.
Tema and takradi. Carry go. That's all. That's all we do. But we're told that it's the next big thing. Well, and also according to the statistics, about 300,000 tons is exported annually in Ghana from Ghana. But let's look at 500 Ghanaians face deportation from Dubai, United Arab Emirates. We'll try and discuss that this one.
They should come home. We're all home.
I have a friend who lives in the Gulf, Zaria. I haven't heard from her in a while. And then house gifts Amidu the Nord. And we had Dr. Dominic Ayene. But why, I mean, just my view, but why was he talking to the media? Because he already has a case in the court, right? And that's why you're seeking some redress. No,
but he spoke on the floor of Parliament yesterday, trying to get the Speaker to make a ruling in his favor. Once the issue was in court, then they should, wait and hear what the courts would say before. But I think that the distinction is clear. Parliament is an independent body. The court is independent. And I think that I want to go on the line of what the Attorney General said. It's Parliament's own discretion, whether it's the Speaker's discretion, whether to say, okay, because this issue is in court, we want to hold on. I mean, that's because it's an independent body. They can do what they want to do. Yeah. So I guess he spoke because he stood up on the floor to make those points and cites, come up with examples and, try to convince the Speaker, who didn't buy it, by the way, who thought that, all of that was incompetent. And so I guess he wanted to explain himself further. I just think so.
Sometimes.
But we wait for the substantive issue. We're all interested in that. And the Attorney General has said, and it's not new really, the fact that if the court makes a certain ruling which is against Mr. Martin Amidu or the president's nominee because of his age, if he's too old to occupy the position, they will just overturn everything that they've done. It's not a big deal.
Not a big deal at all. So we have Togolese government, 14 opposition parties sign pact on political impasse, and the story is on page 17. Let me just quickly go to that place. And talking about Togo, good morning to you, for Antoinette.
She's in Togo?
She's back in Ghana, but she'll be going
has
tomorrow. She wanted to go today. Yeah. And so the Togolese government and the coalition of 14 opposition political parties, they agreed to implement a number of measures aimed at building trust and confidence amongst the political actors in Togo. And apparently, this was contained in a communique issued on Monday, February 19, 2018, at the end of the first dialogue meeting between the parties. And the meeting, which was facilitated by our own president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, was aimed at finding a lasting solution to the political impasse in Togo. There are a number of measures aimed at appeasing and building confidence, and I think the president did very well. Great diplomat he is. So those are the stories. Let's go to the back page. It says Globe Mobile Ghana signs Basti. Idiana Kotoko in action today, and the vice president apparently has donated some 50,000 Ghana cedis to RTU, Real Tamale United. Which of the tiers of football are they in Ghana now?
Real Tamale? Are they not in the major league?
No, they are not in the first division.
Oh.
In the Premier League. Or maybe they've qualified. Okay, return to, it says that the purpose of the donation was to assist the team to return to the Premiership.
To return.
50,000 Ghana cedis. This one, it's only pay for players.
Masa, it's better than nothing.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sure. All right.
Let's do the Finder. Front page of the Finder newspaper. Today, ECG deal suffers setback as MEDA moves deadline from September to December 31. So Martin Ason Benjamin, and CEO of MEDA, comes with the headline on the front page of the Finder. President unveils 10-year cashew master plan. Basti to headline new Glow campaign. And then government allocates some 10 million Ghana cedis to support young women entrepreneurs. If you read the story, it says that this is going to really take effect in the next 2 months. So we'll have a conversation when it gets real close as to how young female businesses can benefit from this 10 million Ghana cedis, money that's been put on the side to support businesses. So essentially, these are the front page headlines. Find the newspaper today. We'll move on to the Daily Guide newspaper. Roland has that.
So I have the Daily Guide newspaper. It has on the front page, MPs OK Amidu. And the story is on page 3 of the paper. So Martin Amidu, now special prosecutor, right? Or he has to be sworn into office.
Exactly.
Okay. The approved special prosecutor by Parliament will have to be sworn into office by the President, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, who is back from his mission of undertaking some truce between the political opposition in the Republic of Togo and the President for Nyasingbe. We also have President fires up cashew projects. Lightning kills man at Kaswa, and CPP praises Akufo-Addo. But let's read the story on how lightning seemed to have killed a man at Kaswa. And it says a laborer at a Manfrom timber market near Kaswa in the central region is alleged to have been struck dead by lightning agrada during yesterday's downpour. Yesterday. The man, identified as Abdul Samel, who is 23, according to eyewitnesses, was struck while he was busily working in the rains at the markets.
Sad.
Yeah, that's sad. Really sad. Let me go to my favorite section, the center spread. Celebrities. People want to kill them all the time. So let's go to the center spread. It's a news one pull out of the Daily
Guide. I listened to him on
my friend tried to poison me. It's not easy. Celebrities.
So this is how he narrated. So he was on drive time with Lexus.
Oh, Lexus.
Yeah,
big
Lexus.
This week. Big Lexus.
Was it on Monday? Yes, it should be Monday.
All right.
And
because yesterday I listened to a show.
So he talked about how sometimes you make friends in the industry and they have certain motives. So he went to a joint with some people who he thought at least were friends, and unknown to him, either one of them, I'm not sure if it's all of them, but he's not sure exactly which, because the waiter who saw it, who was a witness, because I think the thing had been passed on to him to do the deal, had called him and said, dude, you know, I think you're a nice guy and everything, but I want to tell you to be careful the people that you're working with, and that this is what they wanted to do to you. And yeah, so you know what I mean. But they didn't mention who to him. And he said that even the manager of the pub or whichever joints came in, but they still wouldn't disclose who, because they said it was against their policy. And the waiter said, the way I see you, you look like you go like fight, pa, so I won't tell you.
Oh yeah, the guy there go like fights. Yeah. Like you go fight him.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't think so. And he sounded, listen, he even disclosed, you know, he's done some low-cost Hollywood movies and how it wasn't like a buzz in Ghana. So,
but really, listen, he got some good accolades.
Yeah, but he got some dollars out of that, which was really good. And he said a Nigerian told him that, dude, if it was in Nigeria, we would have made so much noise about you. And I agree.
Yeah, not in Ghana.
And I agree, but not in Ghana.
Ah, Ebony, rest in peace. Ebony, rest in peace.
Yeah, so that was a very open conversation. He talked about how much he would earn in Ghana doing a movie and everything, and often people don't say it, but he gave a range, which was really cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then he's rich.
Oh, he's good. He's in a good place. I mean, he's yeah.
Prince David. And I know he has a family in the U.S. too. So because I've watched a number of his postings on social media.
I only know that he's married. I don't know where the woman is, where the kids are, if he has kids, you know.
All right. And Ebony's one week criticized for ignoring Frankie and Achu. Wow.
Oh, please. Who's coming up with that? It is her family.
Right.
You know, when you die, you become your family's or solely. So it's every family's responsibility
Ebony,
to do.
Francis Von D.
I don't know. I don't think we should even.
And then we have Frankie.
We should do that. Let's not do that.
Frankie, is that a man's name?
No, that's a friend. That's a lady who died in that accident.
Why a punk? This picture. All right. So Popo is my twin brother. That's Aki.
Aki and Popo.
Yeah, sitting in nice business class. Yeah, that's good. It's a great picture there. But we have Juliet Bay, we're grateful for interviewing FIFA president. And then we also have Jamie Foxx walks off live interview. I watched this on
What question did they ask him?
They were asking him, you know, I think he's dating Katy Holmes, an actress. So they asked him, they had this celebrity basketball game, and they were just warming up. So the
that's
ESPN...
Tom Cruise's ex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ESPN guys tried to interview him. So they were talking to him, and then they asked, we've seen that you've been getting cozy with him, and then
he walked off.
He kind of just...
I like that. Keep your relationship.
Just kind of smiled and walked off.
Like, yeah, that's it. Keep your relationship. And I think that they're learning.
And I'm told that he's been, you know, he has I think a teenage-old daughter that he's fond of, always talking about her in the media. But I really like that guy. He's multi-talented, can sing, can do a lot of things.
He can be Ray.
Yeah. He can
be anything.
He has various diverse means of characterization.
He can rap.
And he's great.
Yeah.
He's great.
And
he's one of the few black dudes I like. And he's cool, right?
Yeah,
so
he's
cool.
He's cool like that.
Like Eddie Murphy and the rest. Right. All right, so that will be it. Review of the Daily Guide newspaper. But we have...
Let's do the Daily Dispatch. Shocking. This is the Daily Dispatch newspaper front page. Shocking monthly accident data for 2017, just last year. 1,070 accidents caused 173 deaths and 1,014 injured. So pictures of some accident scenes on the front page of the paper this morning. And there's more info in the paper from Martin Amidu's vetting. Maybe those in Bolgatanga who wanted GBC to play back, you can grab the Daily Dispatch. Yeah. That's if you can't go to myjoyonline.com and scroll down and get the links to the videos and, you know, play back in the comfort of wherever. The Ghanaian Observer, the last newspaper, and then we'll quickly go online and see what myjoyonline.com is reporting today. So the Ghanaian Observer, President Akufo-Addo works magic in Togo. Demonstrations suspended. 45 detainees released after his intervention in Togo umpires. I won't be too excited. Let's wait for time and let's see if this has really worked. Other headlines there, but this is go to hell. MPs rubbish Ayeni approve Amidu as special prosecutor. That's the way they decide to put the headline. There are other headlines on the front page of the paper. By the way, that's it for the Ghanaian Observer. Indeed, that's it for the hardcore newspapers that we will do today. Let's turn our attention to myjoyonline.com. But there are some videos that we'll bring to you like we do every day on the show. KFC, there are some of their outlets in the UK that ran out of chicken. We'll bring you that story.
All right, so let's go to myjoyonline.com.
John Mahama others to discuss unlocking Africa's economic potential at 2018 Commonwealth Africa Summit. Let's move on. Merely filing a suit can't stop us. Speaker slams Ayeni over Amidu approval. Law students on warpath with authorities over mass bar exams. Today, the law students say they will be in red armbands. There are different conversations coming out of this, but we will leave the detailed conversation on AM Talk. All right, let's move on. 500 stranded in Dubai as government reiterates labor export ban to the Gulf, but the people involved simply won't listen, so they will be stranded once in a while. We'll hear these stories. Let's move on though. Akufo-Addo launches 10-year cashew development plan. That story is also here on myjoyonline.com. Kweku Azar gets ammunition in quotes against GLC after mass bar exams failure. So some of the criticisms, if this is your approach and this is the results of that approach, then obviously it's not working. That's also one of the angles that's coming out.
So either way, he will still have a case.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
He says that so you're only doing this to give us an inkling that
so this is your product. Are you proud of it now?
Why don't you open up so that you have the best?
Exactly. Exactly. All right, so let's move on. Parliament approves Amidu despite Ayeni suits. A smiley Martin Amidu there. From his vetting. Friend tried to poison me, Prince David Osei reveals. Wow. All right, let's just quickly run through. That's it. The red day today for law students. There is a press conference, I think, at 1. And we'll see how that goes. We will be following this definitely. 81% failure. That is totally unacceptable. How can any tutor be proud of this result? Elsewhere, we would have seen mass resignation, something like that, but not in GH. You know what I mean?
Not in Africa. It's a shithole continent.
Oh no, it's not. Let's quickly move on and do City FM online, and then we can play to you some of the stories that we have.
But you know what? I'm told our guys are doing. They go to the Commonwealth. Likely country.
And then come and do the 6 months, whatever. Buhari Ouattara arrive in Accra for ECOWAS meeting on single currency. The ECO. Minority not divided over Ayeni's suit. We won't make laws to promote. Oh, please, let's go down. So we won't make laws to promote gay rights. Speaker reinforcing that. Also, stop picketing. We'll employ 32,000 nurses this year. Government's making that assurance. All right, so the other stories on the page, but we quickly want to talk about Morgan Tsvangirai, the main opposition leader in Zimbabwe, who died in South Africa from cancer, and then, taken back to Zimbabwe. Well, he's been laid to rest. Here's a wrap of that as we've picked it. Yeah, he passed away February 14, 2018.
There are no sounds on this, right?
Let us all be brothers and sisters and come together and mourn our former Prime Minister. And with that spirit, let us move forward as a people and united.
Later, as he was buried on Tuesday in Zimbabwe. All right, may his soul rest in peace. And then this is the KFC story. They've apologized to customers in the UK after branches of the fried chicken chain were forced to close because they had run out of chicken. Here's a wrap of that story as well.
Displayed during difficult times we have gone through in the past 9 years, once more demonstrated that when people are united, not giving the power of wicked division, we once more say to the people of South Africa, you must continue to
have it. And the final thing that we'll talk about before we make way for sports is this story from the United States of America. They've been having a lot of conversations on gun control because of the latest Florida shooting that ended up, with the lives of 17 young people. They won't come back. But there's an organization running the NRC, the National Rifle Association.
NRA.
The NRA. They're very powerful. We want to explain with this video why they're so powerful in America.
Town DIY Center, but the only things on sale here are weapons. In the US, there are as many guns in circulation as there are people, and they're represented formidably by the National Rifle Association, the most powerful lobbying organization in the United States. They've successfully resisted every move to tighten gun controls and gave $21 million towards the Trump campaign. He was the star turn at their conference last year, and he is their man.
You have a true friend and champion in the White House. No longer will federal agencies be coming after law-abiding gun owners.
And true to his word, Donald Trump today made no mention of guns or gun control. The problem was mental illness.
No child, no teacher should ever be in danger in an American school. We are committed to working with state and local leaders to help secure our schools and tackle the difficult issue of mental health.
The NRA publicly grades lawmakers from A to F. If you're an A+, you're a legislator with not only an excellent voting record on all critical NRA issues, but who's made a vigorous effort to promote and defend the Second Amendment. And if you're an F, you're a true enemy of gun owners' rights. After mass shooting incidents, the NRA are famously reticent to talk publicly. So we drove out to their headquarters to speak about policy. We didn't get very far.
NRA Security, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I need you to move your car off the property and go across the street if you're going to do anything.
Right,
okay?
We can't film here?
No. Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
But we just want to get some exterior shots of the building.
Off the property, please. Thank you.
But the NRA is very happy to funnel money to supporters in Congress. So Marco Rubio, the local senator who tweeted his horror about the shooting, is an A+, and over the years has received over $3 million from them. Senator Rob Portman, also offering condolences last night, has received $3 million. John McCain, over the course of his career, $7 million.
Hillary lied, and another lie.
I respect the Second Amendment.
And the NRA will run attack ads like this against candidates they don't like.
Hillary will lie about anything to get elected. No more lies. Defeat Hillary.
What about injuries?
After the Sandy Hook school shooting in Connecticut, when 20 children aged 6 and 7 lost their lives, a clear majority of the American people favoured tighter gun control. It couldn't get through Congress. Senator Chris Murphy from Connecticut and an F on the NRA rating system told the BBC why.
The NRA remains powerful enough in this place to block any progress. This really is an issue of political power. They've been organizing for 20 to 30 years. The modern anti-gun violence movement really dates from Sandy Hook.
At the NRA, flags have been lowered as a mark of respect to those who died yesterday. But there's nothing half-mast about their defence of the right to bear arms. John Sopel, BBC News, Virginia.
Okay, so there you have it. One of the most powerful, and the conversation is coming up in the US. So that's some US politics, if you like, for you right there. And it will wrap up the headlines for us. But quickly, we want to jump into sports. And Benedict, good morning.
Benedict.
Akwesi Dankwa.
That's the name.
There was some Champions League action yesterday. But there's also a CAF something.
Yeah, CAF Champions League and CAF Confederation Cup.
I thought you are mourning Barcelona.
Oh, come on.
Oh, but you said that when they come to Stamford Bridge, they'll come and score Chelsea 5-0, 4-0.
How are you excited with the draw?
No, we're not excited with the draw. We just want to prove the critics wrong that Barca is not the Barca that.
Isn't there another leg? Isn't there another leg? Isn't there another game?
Yeah, there's another game in Camp Nou that's to come in 2 weeks' time. But
continue with
tonight, this afternoon, there's a CAF Champions League in Doma.
Okay.
Indiana Stars are Tahiti from Libya and also Asante Kotoko in Congo. For years.
They are going to be awarded. The Congolese are going to be awarded 5 penalties. You know that. Already.
That's not true.
We're told that
that's not true.
They are not being treated well. Is it not true?
Yeah, something like that happened. The fans of the club attacked Kotoko's bus.
That's right.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I heard that they split or they sliced.
Well, if you're not sure about the story, stay with us. Benedict will bring us all those.
Yeah,
Benedict will bring all those
pictures. Fireman is there, so he will speak to us.
Okay. All right. So take it away, Benedict.
All right. Okay. So we'll bring you more of that, the Kumasi Asante Kotoko, as well as the UEFA Champions League after this short break.